You and me.
Hello? Is this on?
And ladies and gentlemen, we're on. This is the world's greatest action sports podcast, aka the Monday M.A.S.S. I am Chris Coté.
And I'm Total Todd.
Total Todd Richards. This is what? February 22nd, 2021.
We missed last week.
We missed last week.
Why?
Well, there's a couple different reasons. One, we just missed it.
Mm-hmm.
Two, we were both preparing for trips. So before we get to the sponsors, let's just give a little update. You were just on an influencer-filled surf trip to Mexico.
I went to Mexico.
You're an influencer.
I went to Casa Pacifica Saladita.
Okay.
And it was wonderful. And I haven't really been anywhere since, 14 days to flatten the curve.
Right.
Just celebrated the anniversary of that.
Okay.
A year later.
Yeah. So that was your first surf trip in a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I had a whole bunch of COVID tests during it.
They go deep down in Mexico.
They go deep. Yeah. We were tested and molested.
Tested and retested.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually your nose was molested.
Yeah.
You were on an influencer super trip. Jonathan Wayne Freeman, Damien Hobgood.
Jonathan Wayne Freeman, Damien Hobgood, whoever's calling you right now. And Rick DeVoe and Johnny from Fish 101. It was fun.
Star-studded super
And we
trip.
ended up down there, and how Mexico is, ran into Brian Schaefer from the
Okay.
skate park in Tampa.
Nice.
He's down there celebrating his 50th birthday. Enoch and Candy Harris and their kids, and then a whole J-Dog from Volcom, who now
You
works
had
for
like a whole
League Design.
industry.
It was like a blowout of human beings. Everyone was there.
Okay. So
yeah.
Was it a good trip? Give me your report card.
It was a great trip. It was A+. We did.
A+.
We had really good waves, and the water's a little cold. I wore a spring suit one day. It was chilly.
Love to see you in a spring suit.
It's like rubber.
It looks the same.
Yeah, it kind of looks the same.
Well.
But the water was chilly. Air was chilly. It was kind of a different vibe. I've never been there this time of year.
Okay.
But it was freaking awesome, and I'm really happy. I had a lot of rashes, and
I did get invited. This is one trip that I did get invited to. I couldn't go.
you did.
I did something that I've never done that I've always wanted to do. I did it with my kids, ages 9 and 12. I'm talking about the California trifecta.
So you went to You went to Big Bear, and then you went. What'd you do first?
Okay,
What'd you do? What order?
Big shout out to NanocraftCBD, one of our sponsors, for hooking up the Big Bear Bear Mountain passes. We left Encinitas, California at 6 o'clock, got up to Bear Mountain around 8:45.
Okay.
Mellow crowds, got straight onto the lifts, riding with my two sons for the first time ever. They've been on trips and had lessons and stuff, but this is my first time taking them just with me.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome. It was sunny, it was slushy, fun, uncrowded.
I kind of want to do that.
It was so fun. We rode till about 11:45, so 9 to noon. Got off the mountain, went down the Alpine slide as a bonus, which is highly recommended if you're ever in Big Bear. Came home, surfed right over there, and then went skating at Poods Park in Encinitas. Pulled off the California trifecta. It was exhausting, but basically gave my kids an experience that I've been wanting to do since I was their age. I finally did it. It's awesome.
It's like a merit badge.
Yeah. It's a California merit badge.
I tried to go last Thursday. I was going to go to Big Bear and go ride with one of my homies up there.
Yeah.
I made it as far as San Marcos and talked myself out of driving.
Turned around. Yeah. It was. I mean, it's a bit of a mission, but
it's
from here it's
way further than I remember it being.
From here, it's 2 hours basically to the base of the mountain. Then
Right.
you got that windy drive, but there was no snow on the road, so it was pretty mellow in that.
Still far.
Hold it. Thank you to Hansen's
Mm-hmm.
for providing the rental gear for the boys. Thank you to NanocraftCBD for providing the lift tickets as well as the relief for me after doing all these 3 things in one day. So it was a big day, and stoked to do it.
Cool.
I feel proud. I feel like I accomplished a life hammer there.
There you go.
Will recommend it to a friend. This episode of the Monday M.A.S.S, as well as all Monday M.A.S.s, are brought to you by Bubs Naturals. At Bubs Naturals, one of the reasons why we can go on surf trips and go up and snowboard and skate and surf is because we take care of our bodies, above naturals, is part of that equation. Collagen, NCT oil, collagen, MCT, boom. All good there. Beneath Apparel, BN3TH Apparel. Big things are coming from Beneath Apparel. We have a big box of undies.
I have a BN3TH announcement.
Yes.
So when I was down there, you know, when you wear trunks in the water,
yes,
and in, you know, particularly the tropics, you can get rashes.
Yeah.
And I remember our homies from Beneath telling us, just wear these underneath your trunks and you don't get ball rash.
Wear the undergarments.
And I did, and it was freaking rad. It was great. So big thanks to them for suggesting that.
Thanks, Beneath, for protecting Todd's undercarriage on his glorious surf trip.
Yes.
We got Hansen surfboards. Like I said, Hansen's provided the rental gear for my kids for that trip. Also went in there. I got myself a new pair of. I got a new leash. I went in there. I decided to re-up some supplies.
What'd you get for a leash?
Super thin. I forget what brand, but
needed
something.
I'll talk. I have Leash news.
You got Leash news? All right, we'll get. Was that surf news?
Yeah, that's
okay. Surf news. K2 Snowboarding. K2 Snowboarding will be presenting snow news, and K2 has a big announcement as well. Lots of good snow news coming up. Pannikin Coffee and Tea. They are 1 block away. We both have been really enjoying Pannikin Coffee and Tea for our lives.
Yes.
Really. Yeah, and you should too. We got Chemistry Surfboards. Tell us the last thing we'll talk about your big surf trip. What boards did you bring? What was your quiver? Look, you were surfing kind of head high to overhead.
A couple days, 2 days were overhead, and then it was like under, like basically chest high. We did step offs one day. So I brought, like, the boards I brought with me, I brought a Daisho, which is the performance twin.
Performance groveler, would you say?
Not really, kind of, just different.
Juice.
Then I brought the Holiday, which is the fish board.
Okay.
That I kind of ride around here when it's under waist high. And then I brought my beer fridge, which is my shortboard. And I opened my board bag up about an hour and a half ago, and beer fridge rail crushed, Holiday rail crushed. So
Todd's heart.
Alaska
crushed.
Airlines 2, me 0. That freaking sucks. I hate doing that. Like I pack my board so anally, and like then I flip my board bag over.
You pack your boards anally?
Yeah, that's the safest way. You pack them anally.
How did they fit?
And then so I flip my board bag over, and there's just a tire mark on it.
Well, that's what happens when boards get run over by an airplane. Yeah, when they're on the ground. You online. That's our home here for all of this stuff. New Greens, keeping us healthy.
Midlife Health Minute coming at you.
Are you on it?
Not this week. I think John may have recorded an episode while he was down there. But anyways, New Greens, best for your body. Let's do this.
NanocraftCBD, again, Nanocraft has been sponsoring Bear Mountain. I saw the banners all over by the park, and as a 44-year-old, after even a half day of snowboarding, a half hour of skateboarding, and a half hour of surfing, I definitely needed some NanocraftCBD, and I was thankful to have it because I feel great. Adventure.io, adventures are opening. Get the app, Adventure.io. Big things coming from Adventure.io.
And as always, for many of these sponsors, you can enter M.A.S.S 20 at checkout and get 20% off.
Yeah.
Or
at least try. At least go there and tell them we sent you.
Usually that's what it is.
We can't promise you.
I don't know.
We barely got ourselves on video, which can hi. Yeah. Surf News is brought to you by Hansen Surfboards, doing it since the 60s. Hansen's the OG shop here at Inductees, and you can go there and buy online and support our local surf shop from wherever you're at.
Can I start it off?
Yeah, start it off.
Surf news. Big news for me. Got a new leash. Want to know what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so remember how FCS put out those super thin leashes that were kind of like a nylon cord?
Paracord kind of leash?
Whatever it was.
Yeah.
It was really hot. Like about, 6-8 months ago.
Okay.
So they've redone that leash because that leash apparently will shred your hand. And like I had one, I couldn't stand them because it was like you would go to reel your board in.
Yeah.
And it would just be like holding rope. And just shred your hand.
Yeah.
So new leash.
Wow.
I got one of the new ones. The cord is it's like a computer cord.
Really?
It's about as thin as this microphone cord right here. Maybe even thinner than that. Okay. And they're super low profile. Freaking sick. Dude.
Great.
Press out over. Prezzo over at FCS hooked me up with it. They're not even out yet. I got Samp. Dude.
Wow, Sampy.
So
We should start something on our Monday M.A.S. socials.
like a product review.
We just recommend things we like.
Yeah.
I got some trunks from Billabong, some brand new Billabong trunks that I was able to wear yesterday. Oh, stretchy. Good.
Where in the water?
Yeah.
You surf?
No, I just played out at the beach.
Okay.
And then so wow, product start. Well, let's get into some surf news.
Yeah, what's going on?
Okay, the Gold Coast Pro at Snapper Rocks has been canceled, but there's good news. Events at Narrabeen and Rottnest Island have been added to the Australian leg to round out the comps happening at Newcastle and Margaret River. There was a QS kickoff at the Boomerang Beach, New South Wales event sponsored by New South Wales. It was, so set the scene here. I surfed just out here with a friend. It was kind of post-storm surf, and I was going, one of my favorite types of conditions, right? Wedging post-storm surfs. And I go, man, this would be so fun in trunks, because I was in a 4.3 in booties, you know, because I'm a wimp. But it was cold, and it was windy, and I go and I turn on, randomly, I didn't even notice what's happening. I turn on the World Surf League feed of the New South Wales event, and it was a foot overhead, people in trunks, wedging, and serious FOMO. Australia right now is enjoying their summertime. Reef Hazelwood won that event for the men, Molly Picklum for the women's. So that tells us Reef Hazelwood is in the #1 spot on the QS.
There we go.
Same with Molly Picklum.
Do you think, I mean, I wonder how much more canceling there's going to be over there of events. Do you think they're going to be juggling a little bit more?
Surf cancel
Like
culture.
not that. I mean, like WSL events.
I think they're pretty locked in with 4 events, and they've been touting these events, and I think they were dedicated to having 4 before even getting the actual locations.
It's just surprising that the Snapper event was canceled.
It's just
like
it's
a
local
marquee
governments
event,
apparently, yeah. But I'm very excited about this Rottnest Island event. So Rottnest Island, if you watch some of the little intros and stuff that people have been talking about, it looks amazing. An island off West Oz. It's where those little animals come from. They're not quite koalas. They're not quite kangaroos.
Drop bears?
They look like drop bears. They're little things. Kookaburras? Is that a bird? They're this big. They're awesome, but they have apparently
Penguins?
like syphilis
Gremlins.
and stuff. They'll give you syphilis if you mess with them too much. Which is a good excuse if you come home from Australia. You know, no, I got
Lemurs?
syphilis from the bear.
Miniature kangaroos.
No. Keep
Koala-
going though.
Koala bears.
Not koala bears.
Miniature tigers.
Boonyas.
Oh my god.
Okay, you really want to know? I think you really want to know here. I really want to know now that we've been talking about them. Surf news is about marsupials. Let me go to...
In marsupial news.
So let me tell you a little bit about it. These,
Why? How do you have this on speed ground?
what the hell is Rottnest anyway? Here it is. Okay.
What is that?
Oh, quokkas. It's a quokka. Can you see a quokka? It's a quokka. It's a marsupial.
Australia has like the most random
Everything.
animals.
So a quokka is so cute, but in true Australian fashion, it can kill you.
Okay.
Just like everything else in Australia can kill you. Love that place. I'd love to go back. More to come on those events happening. Right now there is a Port Stephens Pro presented by M.A.S.S, which is a nice little Australian turn of phrase. Mad Max from Australia. Mexican food. It's a Mexican food chain.
Mm-hmm. How do you think that Mexican food is?
Well,
It's probably not.
they
that good.
probably, you know what? And nothing against Mad Mex. I've never had it, but most of the Mexican food I've had in Australia features
It's Tex-Mex.
like
ketchup.
cheddar cheese. You know, it's something slightly off.
Just off. It's like bizarro.
But maybe Mad
tacos.
Mex is good.
Okay.
I don't know. But
I see. In my opinion, like how do you screw up beans and rice? But people do.
hey, I mean, I've had plenty of bad Mexican food all over the world.
Sure. Not here.
Not at Encinitas. The Port Stephens Pro, presented by M.A.S.S, is happening right now in Berrubi Beach, Port Stephens, New South Wales, Australia. That's QS 1000, but it is fun to watch. There's one thing, and I think we were doing this a little bit when I was commentating at the women's event at Honolulu Bay, and I heard this a lot in the commentary. a lot of this. We're so happy to have surfing back, and we're following all the rules. The COVID protocol is over, and it's all day. Our COVID protocol, everything stays. It's like, okay, we get it. Who's in the water?
Right.
What's happening out there? I hear enough about COVID in my daily life. I don't want to hear too much more about it.
We are
in
running
a surf
this event loose and hot.
We're not testing, and again, nothing against the commentary because it was great.
But
You
it's
know what I mean?
probably they probably want to like ram the point home that
We're being safe.
But you know what it is? It's like we've never experienced event guilt.
These are
before.
challenging times.
But I'm telling you, like people throw events right now, and they're just making up excuses. Well, not excuses, but they're constantly laying down reasons why it's okay that this event is happening.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But it's like, look, life is freaking going on, and if life doesn't go on, then
oh blah da, life goes on.
Yeah.
Wear a mask for a while longer. Thank you. That's a PSA. Stab in the Dark is a wrap, and all the boards were wrapped carbon. Dark Arts technology featured on all the surfboards given to Taj Burrow to ride. My first takeaway: Taj Burrow is still so damn good.
he's really good.
God, he's good. I would think he would have lost a step. Maybe his air game's a little down, but everything else is still so good. And as a testament to the Dark Arts tech, which I love so much, all the boards looked like they worked amazing. The end of the day, you want a drum roll?
Okay, go. You got one?
The winner is Marcio Zobi. Sharp Eye Surfboards has now won.
Wow.
Stab in the Dark. Spoiler alert. Pretty cool. Sharp Eye doing big things. Of course, their team on the CT is pretty stacked.
Would you say they're sharp?
Oh, they have a sharp team on the CT. Did you get the chance to watch Biohaz?
No. I've only really watched like one surf edit in the past week.
Because you were living it.
I was living it.
You didn't watch surf edits while on your surf trip?
No, usually I was napping. Or laughing.
Well, you should have watched this one because Harry Bryant.
Oh, wait.
rules.
I saw a bunch of clips of this.
Okay, you saw it big.
Yeah.
He definitely has surfed a lot with Nathan Fletcher. You can tell in his air style.
Yeah, very
so
boosty.
good. Just love watching him surf. Very much so.
The one edit that I did see
Yes.
was Sierra Kerr's edit that she dropped early last week.
Yeah?
And
gosh.
I would have talked about it during last week's episode, but it didn't happen. But good gosh, Sierra is a phenomenon.
Really good.
Yeah.
We should call her. I have Josh's number.
I didn't plan.
What
to
more
talk
would
to
she
anybody.
say other than thank you for us just...
Yeah. Well, anyways, Sierra's on
calm
one,
us.
and the future of surfing is right there, embodied in a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
And
Wait, didn't she just have a birthday?
and she turned 14.
She turned 14?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. She's in the North Shore right now, just blowing minds.
Yeah.
Staying at the Volcom House.
Volcom team rider now.
Yeah, killing it.
Yeah, killing it. The end clip of her just section
Meaty barrels.
blown out of the barrel.
From this past summer.
I definitely was not doing that at age 14. Another edit, and consequentially, subconsequently, another edit you gotta watch is the Drag Board Co. edit. It's a whole movie. Australians, Chippa Wilson, you got Harry Bryant, the whole crew, they're all riding drag boards, absolutely ripping. Vans just did a drag collab that's lit, literally, on fire. They got fiery booties, they got fiery skate highs, a bunch of cool accessories and good stuff. Want. Sometimes, you put want on an Instagram post, and every once in a while, you'll get a message back from the company like you do. We'll send it to you.
Really?
That didn't happen for this one, but I really want those flaming booties. Vans, drag. Please. I'll buy them. I will. Want.
I don't I'm not a big fan of things with flames on it.
You should be.
I don't know.
You should put flames on your
I
Audi.
think it's kind of cheesy.
Well, put it underneath the car.
That's bad though, because
So-
that means that you're more likely than not have a fuel leak.
You Life of Kai, redefining possible. You said you were doing some step-offs down in Mexico. Well, Kai Lane's been doing step-offs, complete with just 360 chop hops on 80-foot waves.
Did you know? I mean, I don't know if we talked about this, but I wasn't even aware of this. But we were talking about it in the car coming back from Los Angeles last night. That Kai Lenny almost had his like hand sleeved last year in a gnarly jet ski accident, and they just kind of had a revisit to that on
his latest episode.
Right.
So he got his hand caught in a rope or
something like that. Tried to bail his jet ski or tried to save the jet ski. And basically had all the skin of his hand like ripped off.
Oh, like a skin glove.
They call it
off.
sleeving.
Sleeving.
Or pink socking.
A pink socking is something different.
Okay.
Can injure your hand pink socking, but more likely to injure somewhere else. Pete DeVries?
Yes.
Ripper. He just dropped a brand new edit as well with Jeremy Koreski. Pete is the first Arc'teryx team rider. This is the first Arc'teryx team trip.
Oh, wow.
It's called Happy Recluse.
So is Arc'teryx getting into the surf industry?
They're sponsoring one of the best, Pete DeVries. Dude,
interesting, because Arc'teryx is like, that's
legit, right?
It's kind of like it's like the Patagucci brands, where they're like, North Face, Arc'teryx, Patagonia, like the marquee, kind of like we call them like the Silicon Valley snow brands, where like if you're loaded,
right,
and you're kind of like you want to be the gear guy, that's what you wear.
But you could actually wear Arc'teryx stuff in Alaska and all that. It's real.
Yeah, it's real gear, and it's also like super tech. So I'm wondering if it's like, are they going to enter, if they're sponsoring Pete, are they going to enter the surf space with some kind of like warmth technology?
Oh, like an Arc'teryx wetsuit.
Or an Arc'teryx like underlayer for your wetsuit. I'm telling you, there's the future of cold water surfing, and even just surfing around here, is going to be a micro thin underlayer that you wear under like a 3-2. Under a 2 mil suit.
But if you're in the tropics, you can just wear beneath undergarments.
Right. Like just saying.
I know.
I told the guys said beneath this. I'm like, this is where the future is.
I got you.
Snow pajamas. I mean, it's surf pajamas.
Surf jammies.
Yeah.
I'll rock that. Todd, there was a really lame racist incident that happened up in Torrance.
Yeah, what the frick was that all about?
Last week. Basically, it was kind of a normal surf incident that turned racial in a horrible way. A guy named Justin Brick Howes was and his friend Gage Chrismond. They were just surfing at, where were they? The pier, somewhere in South Bay, right? Mm-hmm. So there was like an incident or the paddle battle or some stupid, obviously it's South Bay, so the waves aren't going to be amazing, and there became a scuffle in the water. Some dude out in the lineup calls these guys, these black surfers, calls them the N-word.
Straight goes right to the N-word.
Straight to the N-word, splashing water. No one else in the lineup says anything. Like, it's maddening.
I'm just so baffled, like how that's like your first.
How is that normal?
Or like your first instinct is to go there.
I get fighting over bad waves, which is so dumb. But when you bring it to that level, and now it's a national incident, and it's like another stain on surfing, which it seems like surfing should be so inclusive, but surfing is so lame in that category.
Just don't be a fucking dick.
It's
we say
so
it all
easy.
the time. Just don't, like, you can, I don't know, man.
I get it.
Yeah, just don't be dicks.
What I like is that
it's so much easier for every human being on this planet if everyone just
be cool.
Wasn't a fucking dick.
Yeah, it's not hard. What was something cool happened out of it was there was the Black Sand Paddle Out on February 21st. This artistic collective went out there and basically, just a day of positivity on the beach. Like, look, we're not going to stand for this. Take it back. So.
Yeah, and it's like, I was reading on that Instagram post too. They're like, look, we're not going to stop coming out there.
No.
Like, if you, and the weird thing is like, I can kind of imagine why, like, no one like, people are probably just in shock. Like, what? Did that really just go down?
Right.
But, like, without someone, like, doing the right thing, I don't know. It's like, I can see people not wanting to get involved because, well, frankly, because a lot of people are just pussies these days, and I don't want to get involved. If I just don't turn and look at you, it's not happening. And it's just,
thank God I've never heard that or seen that happen in the water. You'd have to say something.
It's
But
so fucking weird, man. Like, so weird. Anyways, I'm not gonna let that bring down our.
no way, because
Sure.
yeah, the good thing is like all these guys said, you know, this crew was like, we're gonna surf. We surf there every day anyway. We're not going anywhere. And I messaged them and they said, come to Encinitas, come surf anytime, anywhere in Encinitas. Guarantee that will not happen. I feel it in my heart. I don't think Encinitas is like that. So that's the open invite to the homies up at the Black Sand crew. You're always welcome to surf with us in Encinitas. This is a story on the beach that has a happy ending, and it's gnarly. So a guy was surfing in New Zealand. He got injured while surfing. Something happened where he had to walk he lost his board, he got swept under the rocks, he got smashed. He ended up having to walk for 2.5 hours. And on this stretch of sand, he just basically was exhausted and he just wrote help huge in the sand and then laid down to die. Was found and is safe and sound.
Wow.
That's like Robinson Crusoe. It's primitive as can be.
That's scary.
I know.
Oh, and I mean, in other surf related like
news.
help me news?
Yes.
You saw that Jimmy Wilson.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Photographer.
Jimmy Kane on
surfer.
Instagram.
Friend of the M.A.S.S.
Friend of the M.A.S.S. He got freaking destroyed the other day at Powder Mountain in Utah.
Snowboarding, hit a rock with his board, hit a rock with his body.
Yes.
So that's the one thing too about powder that a lot of
but it's
not people don't understand, but just because it's powder doesn't mean it's like, oh, fluffy landings everywhere.
You tread lightly.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, especially if you're riding somewhere that you've never been before, and I don't know what Utah's been getting a lot of snow. I think it was just a freak thing.
I mean, Jimmy's a great snowboarder. I'm sure he's prepared, and most people that do end up injuring themselves are like good snowboarders, right?
He took it on his side. He had some internal bleeding, blew up a couple ribs. Like, he got jacked.
Yeah.
Like, he's actually probably pretty lucky to be alive. He was the last one coming down the hill.
That's scary.
And, his buddies had to walk back up and save him.
Yeah.
But holy shit, so get well soon, man.
Get well soon,
Seriously.
Jimmy Kane. Quick couple of other things. DB is a Scandinavian bag brand that has now entered the surf market. Douchebags. Which they've shortened the name to DB.
It's actually, I believe it's, Yoon Olsen.
Yes.
He's a big time free skier guy. Well, he was.
No,
and
he's
then he
not.
kind of went on to becoming like a incredible. He's like one of those vloggers that you see who like he's living in Monaco and has like this
that's the guy.
lifestyle of building these supercars and putting like roof boxes on.
He's killing it.
Yeah, he's very likable.
Yeah. Well,
he is killing it though.
So I kind of found I've heard of douchebags before in the past, but then I found out about it now. It's kind of been rebranded to DB bags. Jordy Smith, Sage Erickson, I believe, they've made these board bags that are they have ribs. They're full. They're collapsible, so you can pack your 6'8" or pack your 5'8" and just you roll it up a little bit. They look amazing.
It's weird that Gabriel Medina wasn't the main dude on douchebags.
Yeah. Well, it's called DB now, so they just shortened it.
We all know what DB.
The bags,
I call people DBs when they're douchebags.
Yeah. The bags look amazing. I got one on the way, so hopefully we'll be able to unbox it or something and show you here, and we'll do a Monday M.A.S.S recommends.
Douchebags.
Yeah.
Also check out.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Douchebags has to be the worst fucking name for a brand ever.
Well, it's called DB now.
But it's like funny, but it's also like I don't know. It's kind of like colostomy bags.
Well, hey.
Which I think would actually be funnier.
They may be making the best board bags in the game. We'll see.
Colostomy bags.
Colost you and me bags. You share one. Did I lose you there?
The whole rest of the show, I'm going to be thinking of new ways we can talk about bags.
Okay.
Colostomy bags.
Bags. Also, I want you guys to check out my friend and former host of WSL Surf Breaks with me, Mr. Hunter Jones, who's got a new vlog out. It's awesome. And what a way to kick it off. He's surfing in the snow in El Porto, LA, which is a once in a decade type of thing.
Oh, is that when we had the storm
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago when I went to Baldy and your bindings broke?
Hunter Jones entering the vlogosphere. I'm gonna watch that today. Got any more surf news?
No, that was it for surf news.
Okay. Skate news is brought to you by Adventure.io. Happy Skate Shop Day was a couple days ago. Basically a big celebration of skate shops.
And happy birthday to Skate Park of Tampa owner Brian Schaefer.
Oh yeah, good job there.
He's 50 years old.
On Skate Shop Day, Santa Cruz polybagged a big collection of N.A.S.S.
Oh, I saw this. Did you get one?
I didn't get one in time.
Mike Nelson got one. I think for some reason Chad Denena had a couple.
So these are polybagged.
Do you have a couple of those, Chad? I saw you. I know Chad's watching right now.
Do you have 2 extra?
Do you have any more?
We've got some.
Yeah,
We can trade. We've got these Santa Cruz boards. We can trade. Some of them were hand painted by N.A.S.S, making them the ultimate skate collectibles.
Very cool.
Right? Very cool. You know, there was a lot of stuff being done for local skate shops, so it's very cool there.
That's awesome.
Todd, you and I were both freaking out about an edit that just popped up out of nowhere, or out of somewhere. Where did it pop up out of?
Finland.
Finland. The Finns are going wild. I'm talking about Ito and Jaakko. Jaakko?
Jaakko.
Jaakko.
Eto and Jaakko.
Element Skateboards, dynamic duo, trading off, this is from Thrasher Magazine, trading off unthinkable NBDs and combos beyond comprehension.
You know, and another thing too,
Sure.
it really was like the picking out of very unique spots
Oh my
and
gosh.
the lightning fast combos that happen. Like my 2 favorite shots in that whole thing were there was the Wally to handrail.
Yes.
Remember
Oh,
that?
yes,
That was
yes.
freaking crazy.
Wally, yeah.
Wally onto a handrail, and then there was another one where it was a front side wall ride on a glass window.
Oh, at a bus stop or something.
Yeah, and they were behind. It was just so cool. But like and then I think there was a kickflip into these miniature stairs. Like there's just so much shit
It's
going on.
mind-boggling. Jaakko is definitely one of in my top 3 all-time skaters.
Yeah.
Quickest feet. Him and Day One. I mean,
Very,
right?
very, very fast footwork.
if you haven't watched it, watch it now. Ooh, your boy's in trouble.
Who's that? Oh,
Nyjah
yeah,
Houston.
I heard about this.
This was in the Los Angeles Times. Skateboarding world champions among 5 people. Prosecutors in Southern California charged with organizing parties that were possible super spreader events.
Dude,
Nyjah had a big rager
freaking Spready Mercury over
and
here.
got busted.
Spready better.
Spread
Spreadward
eagle.
James almost. Look at this.
Spreadward scissor hands.
Spreadward scissor nuts. Here it
Spreadward
is.
scissor
5 in
sisters.
LA charged in illegal parties. As skateboarding superstars among 5 people in Los Angeles, prosecutors have charged with organizing parties that were possible super spreader events at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Nyjah Houston, 4-time world skateboarding champion,
Yeah.
and Edward Essa.
Edward James almost?
Edward James Spreadward.
Don't know who that is. Spreadward
Essa.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna go to jail.
I don't think so either.
You know what?
but
If
I
he
mean,
does,
it's not
free Nyjah.
free Nyjah, man.
I just think that would be a good T-shirt.
Free Nyjah?
Channel 66. You know what this is? This is really cool.
No.
Vans, as always, doing rad
Because
stuff.
since 66?
Yes. Channel 66 is off the wall and on the air. Live broadcasts every weekday from New York, Chicago, Mexico City, Los Angeles. I watched this morning. There was a DJ set by a guy, DJ Tokyo. It was amazing, beautiful house set to start my day. So all throughout the month, you're basically going on to the Channel 66 website, and it's just like an amazing live streaming show. The Jizza from Wu-Tang Clan was on there playing chess. Stuff like that. That's still awesome. Leave it to fans for doing rad stuff.
Jizz chest?
Jizza is playing chess, the special technique of chess box.
Not chest.
Chess.
Oh.
No T. You got any skate news?
Yeah, I had some other skate.
What do you got?
Let's see. Where is it? Let me see.
I don't know where it is. I
Covered
got
that.
it.
We covered that. No, I don't think I have any more skate news.
Good. Later.
Peace out, skate.
Snow News is brought to you by K2 Snowboarding. K2 welcomes David.
I can't even read that.
Well, my friend at K2 has...
Ooh, Tim Swarthout?
My friend Tim Swart at K2 has told me. I said, how do you pronounce this young man's name?
Shit.
And... That's not it. Sorry, everybody.
Anyways, while Chris goes and figures out how to pronounce some dude's name that he's supposed to know for our press
He's
releases.
super good.
Did you hear about this 18-month-old girl snowboarding in Montreal? 18 months old.
Saw something about that.
The parents set it up in the backyard so she could go snowboarding on like a little backyard course.
Yeah.
18 months old. That's like...
That's almost 2 years old.
Yeah, but not.
Well, if you're not doing 540s by 2, quit.
I mean, this is like a pretty squishy kid. Like, this is when they're still like little starfish.
Yeah.
But it's pretty crazy to watch.
Is she
I can't imagine her liking it.
Is she on the K2 team?
I don't know.
Because David Gite is now a member of the K2 Super Stack team. He's from the Beyond Medals crew from Lax, Switzerland. He's known as a super stylish ripper. He rides for North Face, and he rides a 163 Alchemist.
Sponsor card.
David.
There we go.
All right, let's get to our friends who started a cool magazine.
Slush,
Get it cool
Slush,
to snow.
Slush the magazine.
Slush
it's,
the
Pat
magazine.
Bridges and Stan and Mark Clavin and
The lost children of Snowboarder Max
right.
have found a home at Slush. They built their own home at Slush. It looks awesome, and they're already on the awards show program. You want to know about the Slush Awards?
Slush Fund.
All right, I'm going to tell you the award winner, and you tell me why they won, in your opinion, as it regards to Slush. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Movie of the year, Vance, Evergreen.
It was just amazing.
It's a great movie.
I mean, Vance has like the most stacked team in snowboarding right now.
Yeah.
I would argue even more diverse and more stacked than Burton.
Yeah.
With better personalities.
Okay.
And just to like across the gamut of snowboarding.
Of radness.
Yes.
Yeah, agree. Women's most valuable video part, Jill Perkins.
Jill is one of the most hardest working women in snowboarding, or just people in snowboarding.
And she does it with a smile.
Yeah.
Right? Love that. Men's most valuable video part, Cole Navin.
Yeah, see, Cole Navin he's...
Navin.
His, dude, streets on
The
fire.
streets are talking.
Yeah.
And Cole is listening and talking back. Men's Rookie of the Year, Denver Orr.
Yeah. See, I don't know much about Denver Orr.
Well, if Slush says he's good, I'm sure, right? Those guys know.
Slush has their finger on the pulse of snowboarding.
They got their finger in the
Mine is
slush.
slightly over a little bit.
Women's Rookie of the Year, Iceland's Ylfa Runars.
I did see some of her stuff, and she is a mangler. But there was I would there's a couple more people that were in there on the Rookie of the Year. But then I started to think about like who I was thinking of Rookie of the Year, and I think they actually won Rookie of the Year last year. They are all like rookies. Like,
yeah.
They're all like super young. But
in snowboarding, it's kind of interesting, or in action sports in general. It's like what is a rookie? A rookie pro? Somebody turned pro and they have a year from that date till.
I think it's like we just kind of like popped onto the scene out of nowhere.
All right. Well, Ylfa is the Slush Rookie of the Year for the women. Short film of the year, Videograss, Gutterball.
I didn't see Gutterball.
You better watch it.
Huh.
Forward Lean Award goes to Torment Magazine Pride Week.
Yeah, I remember
Fully
seeing
agree.
that. That was an incredible. They killed it with that last year.
Yeah,
Really
awesome work there. And here are these awards have not been announced yet, but I'm gonna get your picks, give you my pick. Men's Writer of the Year nominees are Arthur Longo, Cole Navin, Sage Kotzenberg.
I'm gonna go with Arthur Longer.
I think I picked Sage for our Monday M.A.S.S Awards, but then I've gone back and watched Side Hit Euphoria 1, 2, 3, like 18 times.
He is so.
Oh my.
And then it's just the random shit that he puts out on Instagram every once in a while. Like right now, Jake Price is filming a project with Arthur, and there was a lot of people wondering why Arthur wasn't at Natural Selection. It's because he's doing another crazy thing with his boys.
With sides hits?
Yeah, with Side Hits and the side of Euphoria with Jake Price.
Oh, I can't
so
wait.
more fun from him. So I'm okay with him not coming because he's gonna give us another banger.
Okay. Women's Writer of the Year nominees: Jamie Anderson, Jill Perkins, Kennedy Deck. That's a stacked one. That one's tough. Do you go streets or contest?
I don't know how you can I think Jamie's just on one right now.
Yeah.
I wish she would have done better in natural. What we're talking about, like this is like
This
last
is yeah
like,
of
past year.
2020.
So I would say Jamie because she had some insane stuff in Travis's movie, and there's
Okay. An event that happened.
So that's
slush
news.
Yes. And that's going to be our go-to source for snow news, right?
Or me.
Yeah, and you, them and you.
Finger pulse.
Finger.
I gotta work on where
Finger
the
in the
pulse is.
slush. Kings and Queens and Corbett's.
This was
the Red Bull event.
freaking amazing. So basically, a week after we had the crazy event that went down with Travis Rice's natural selection, they had let Corbett's fill in with snow.
What's Corbett's?
Okay, so Corbett's is this. It's basically a chute at Jackson Hole, and
it's like a giant canyon.
Yeah, it's like kind of a canyon. It's legendary. Like you go there, and if it's the right day, you can launch into Corbett's.
You launch into.
Okay. Usually it's a mobile field.
Right.
But they let it stack up with snow. It's kind of a rite of passage. I've never been there when it's been good.
Right.
I've never been there when it's been good. But like they created this event and Red Bull's backed it in the past few years. It's like this. Basically, they build a couple runways in. They build a couple hits on the way down. And a big booter at the bottom.
You fly into a
and it's skiers and snowboarders
men and women,
competing for. There's no separate divisions. It's just
everybody flies.
Well, there's a men's division and a women's division, but it's like skiers and snowboarders competing.
I saw one a snowboarder. I want to say he did either front three.
That's a back. Okay, so I'm just gonna get to that.
You get to that.
So this is Hans Mindich.
Okay. Oh, what did you call him on our Dew Tour
Mud
live?
Mud Dick.
Mud Dick.
Yeah. So that's
in a loving
That's
way.
actually his brother.
Okay.
His brother's referred to. Well, he might be a Mud Dick as well.
Okay.
But anyways, so Hans backside three to freaking. I can't tell. I think I was talking to Willie McMillan the other day about was it intentional, and he said it wasn't intentional, but Willie was saying he should have played it off like it was intentional.
Yeah.
And basically, backside 360 drifts a little bit too far over towards the rock face, the side,
a rock cliff,
like the side of the canyon, and lands on it. And Hans and his brother are from Vermont, and I was saying that it was still a softer landing than most of the park landings in Vermont.
Because Vermont's like ice.
It can be beyond ice.
So they're training for it.
Yeah. So that was, to me, that was pretty incredible. Yuki Kudono switched backside 180 into Corbett's at like 100 miles an hour. There were some other like butter moves in there. Hannah Beeman chucked herself in there.
Right. So they did a very stacked crew.
Yeah.
So that is showing on Red Bull TV.
It will
now,
be. I think.
soon.
Yeah, today, because today's Monday. Yeah.
We'll watch that after
like
this.
chucked a huge method in there. I mean, it's just really cool to see, especially coming from a place where we just came off the high of natural selection, straight into like another natural feature competition.
Yeah.
It's very cool. So there was that. So returning to talk of natural selection, a lot of the athletes now are heading to Baldface.
Mm-hmm.
And the next announcement of who will be competing at the Baldface event will be dropping very shortly. But I know there's a lot of people up there quarantining right now, so something is happening.
Okay.
There's things happening, so I look for that kind of information to come out here.
Maybe we'll get Travis Rice on the phone next week.
We could. Maybe somebody else. Who knows?
Who knows
what can happen?
Hey,
So
the world is our oyster.
In other snowboard competition news, as you were probably going to say, there's snowboard competition is returning. There's going to be 2 events back to back in Aspen. Aspen will host the World Championships and then the makeup event of the Grand Prix that was to go down at Mammoth. There will be 2 events back to back at Buttermilk, where the X Games were held. They're going to take the existing facilities that they use for X and make up these contests.
The scaffoldings and stuff.
I don't know if the scaffoldings are there. I think it's going to be another one of these events where there's no spectators.
Okay.
And people have got to quarantine and be under the rules. But I have some friends that live in Aspen, and Aspen was in the super red zone, red plus or something. I don't know. They have the tiers, the made up color tiers that
right.
Using. Aspen has been bumped down into the next lower tier, so some of the no fun COVID rules have been relaxed a little bit. So maybe there will be more of a presence to be able to go and watch, but.
Will you be there?
I am going to be there. I'm going to be there commentating with my main man, Todd Harris. We'll be doing the broadcast.
I mean,
yeah,
one of your main men.
One of the main men.
I'm your main man too.
Yeah.
Me and Todd. That's fair. I think that's fair to say.
But there'll be superstars there. Who are we gonna see for superstars?
Oh well, big announcement. Shaun White will be there competing, right?
And this is the official press release.
This is not Shaun's release.
No, this isn't his release.
From them. Those people.
They did.
They're in the computer.
Yes.
Chloe Kim, Jamie Anderson, Red Gerard, David Wise, just name a few. Chris
David
Moore
Wise is
over
actually
there.
a free skier.
It's skiing and snowboarding.
It's skiing and snowboarding.
Yeah.
Free skiing and pipe slopestyle.
And it's an Olympic
It begins the process. Yes, it does.
You're going to qualify to potentially qualify.
Right.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's more important for the people that are really trying to go, which kind of brings up the fact that, Shaun, Stan's got his, back up let me reverse a little bit. So Stan's got a new Last Resort coming out, I believe it's today.
Okay.
And he put out a little teaser that was like, can pipe walls get blue balls?
Yeah.
And it was kind of like Shaun buttering up the Aspen pipe to go and lay some pipe in Aspen at the X Games, and he blue balled the X Games.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's gonna blue ball the World Championships.
We'll see. Can't tell you. I don't know. I can't tell you.
I look forward to him actually showing up and doing something that he says he's gonna do.
Do you have any other snow news?
Let me see here. I'm gonna look over here through we covered the 360 onto the wall. We covered the 18-month-old little girl snowboarding.
Yeah.
That about does it for me.
That girl's blown though. I mean, everyone's talking about her. It's over. It's too much.
If you start snowboarding at 18 months, you're burnt by age 7.
By 5.
By 5.
It's like kick you off the team. You're done.
Burnt.
We've used your marketing worth. It's over.
Cut.
Well, nerd news.
Oh yeah, let's switch over to nerd news.
Brought to you by Pannikin Coffee And Tea. And we will get to your questions. We got some good ones.
Alright.
Have you watched the Bee Gees documentary?
No, I've no.
It's so good.
Zero intention.
I knew you were going to say
Zero intention of watching the Bee Gees documentary.
Well, it's very good. There's in new music, 2 of my favorite bands just dropped new albums, Ice Age and Mogwai.
I heard.
Listen.
I saw about that Mogwai album that came out. Describe to the viewers, what is Mogwai sound?
Mogwai is wall of sound, mostly instrumental, real just cinematic and powerful. One of the loudest live bands you will ever see. Literally blow your clothing back and make you nauseous. That good.
Why do you think they call it Mogwai? Do they like gremlins?
They're from Europe.
Okay.
Yeah. I got bad news. So the good news is Ice Age and Mogwai both have new albums out. Go get them. Mm-hmm. The bad news is, Daft Punk is not playing at your house.
My house.
They broke up.
I heard.
Why wouldn't you just hire 2 other people to wear the costumes and just do the track thing and just play the show? They could have been doing Daft Punk for 50 more years.
I don't know. It is sad though. They.
Are you sad, really?
Well,
be honest.
I'm like, I like Daft Punk.
They're not playing at your house.
They're not playing at my house, but I think that Daft Punk has done a lot for producing
robots
and helping, because they're not just. It wasn't just them doing their shows. They had their fingers in a lot of different shit.
Well, as I said, and you said, they're not playing at your house. They're done. Okay. Rest in peace, Daft Punk. What do you think of the new Mortal Kombat movie?
Mortal Kombat! I'm hyped, dude. Did you watch the trailer?
Yeah, it looks insane.
Yeah, it looks really insane. And
Mortality.
As cheesy. Fake mortality.
Well,
did you ever even play?
Thinking of my own I played Noob Saibot.
You did?
Yeah. Well,
no one fucking chooses Noob Saibot.
Oh my gosh, my friend Dylan chose Noob Saibot every time, and you do the up-down thing.
Do you know what
it gets you every time.
You know what Noob Saibot is?
Tobias.
An anagram.
Boom.
Tobias and Boom.
Because the guy.
2 guys made it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, it looks pretty cool.
Looks good.
There's a whole bunch of Easter eggs in the trailer. It's like how Scorpion became Scorpion. Mm-hmm. Sub-Zero. Mm-hmm. We got Melina. Remember, Melina was like it was like
with the arms.
Daughter. No, that's Goro.
Goro.
Yeah. Melina is the one that peels her face off and she's got teeth. It's Katana's sister.
Does she have the singing thing?
No, that's Sindel. Dude, I used to play so much freaking Mortal Kombat. It was unbelievable. Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Trilogy. Was Trilogy 3? Mortal Kombat Trilogy?
That game is so fucking good.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. do that. Are we still going?
Yeah.
Even though it's doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We had a low battery, we're gonna run out
We
of
got a low battery over there, but that's fine. We're gonna get to it.
Mortal Kombat.
I watched The
Finish
Little
it.
Things on HBO. Pretty good
Okay.
movie. Denzel Washington, Jared Leto, Rami.
Be careless.
Here are your inductees to the 2021 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame: Mary J. Blige, Kate Bush, Devo, Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters.
Delete. The Go-Go's, Iron Maiden, Jay-Z, Shaka Khan, Carole King, Fela Kuti, LL Cool J, New York Dolls, Rage Against the Machine, Todd Rundgren, Tina Turner, Dionne Warwick. Who's in? Who's out?
How many do you get to pick?
6.
6.
5 or 6.
Okay, Devo's
Foo
in.
Fighters are out. Come on.
Devo's in.
Devo's
Go-Go's in.
Go-Go's are in.
Iron Maiden in.
Easy.
Shaka Khan in.
Okay.
New York Dolls in.
One more. Tina Turner?
Tina
Come on,
Turner.
Tina Turner's in.
I don't know though. You gotta go back like even further than Tina Turner.
Okay, I'm going Devo,
Yeah.
Iron Maiden,
Yeah.
Shaka Khan,
Mm-hmm.
Todd Rundgren,
Feel for you.
Tina Turner.
I think I love you.
Sorry, LL Cool J, Fela Kuti, Carole King.
I feel like Rage Against the Machine and
Too new.
and Foo Fighters are a little bit too new.
Well,
But
the Foo Fighters kind of stuff. I mean,
you don't like Foo Fighters?
they're great guys. I just don't love the music.
Why?
I love that first album.
I feel like you're associating something with them.
I just don't. Dave Grohl, who seems like a real sweetheart, he seems to be yelling at you the whole time.
He's really talented.
Very talented, great guy. Golden Globes are coming up. Some of the categories: Best Television Series and Musical Comedy. Emily in Paris, Flight Attendant, The Great, Schitt's Creek, Ted Lasso.
Schitt's Creek.
Schitt's Creek or Ted Lasso? I've heard a lot of good things about Ted Lasso. I've watched a little bit of it. Drama, The Crown, Lovecraft Country, Mandalorian, Ozark, Ratchet.
Mandalorian's gonna clean the fuck up.
Okay. Best Actor: Sacha Baron Cohen, James Corden, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Dev Patel, Andy Samberg.
I'm claiming Sacha Baron Cohen.
I think so too. Best Motion Picture: Borat, subsequent movie film, Hamilton,
This is for
Palm
best.
Springs.
This is for best motion picture.
musical comedy.
Oh.
We'll see what
What do you
happens.
think? You think
Sasha, Borat,
Really?
Borat. Yeah.
I
It's
mean-
insane.
Yeah.
You want to get some questions? Questions
Yeah,
brought to
please.
you by Beneath. Look at that. We have 8 minutes till
Yeah,
our
let's
1
go,
hour
let's go,
goal.
Let's go.
Love the show. Love surf, skate, and snow, but I mostly tune in for the 2-man circle jerk banter. This is from Alistair Parker, by the way.
Mm.
I didn't know we were doing it.
You know,
First question's for Todd.
I argue that. Let me just interject.
Yeah.
I always claim that the two-man circle jerk banter is
Is-
really
is the
why
show.
people are here.
Nobody cares about news.
Nerd news
Stupid.
is the best part of the show.
Todd,
Hi.
have you ever been in a Turkish prison, and do you like movies about gladiators?
Do you like movies about gladiators?
The second
Do
question
you ever like
is,
it when Scraps rubs up against your leg?
What
That's
is-
from Airplane and Airplane 2. Those are two of the best movies that have ever been made. Thank you.
all right, and Alistair, so you've never been in a Turkish prison?
No.
Also wants to know,
You ever seen a grown man naked?
why is Todd afraid of his feelings?
I love my
Todd's
feeling.
pretty emotional.
I have a feeling that
This is from Chris Bailey.
okay.
Would you rather have a couple's vacation with Nora and Albie or Coco and Mark? And that a couple, does that mean him and I get to go?
Yeah, are we the couple?
I'm gonna go with Nora and Albie.
I
Oh,
think
but
that
it actually depends where.
I think they would be exhausting
Why?
because they're always having so much fun.
Well, you don't think Coco and Mark are having fun?
No, I think yeah, but like I don't know. I think Nora has a lot of energy, and it would be like really hard to like match that constantly.
And Nora, like, skates so good that she skates these big parks and makes it look so easy, and you think you could do that, but then you try and you can't even come close to it.
I'm talking about just like wanting to like sit on the couch and enjoy like an afternoon, and then all of a sudden you've got someone like with a Mr. Microphone in your face.
Coco and Mark would probably
Screaming.
be just a little bit more mellow, but I'm gonna go with Albie and Nora.
Okay.
I think we have some fun.
There we go.
This is from Matt Allen. While working as the editor of Trends Will Surf, do you ever choose not to print a story because you are afraid of retribution, getting slapped while in line at Foodland? Yes, a lot.
You
There's
guys-
a lot of things we didn't print.
I mean, just
Out
to
of
kind of
fear.
address some stuff. I mean, like I just remember, and this isn't necessarily you guys, but when all that stuff went down with Andy, there was a lot of
Yeah.
people that they didn't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. And
Yeah,
even,
we
even
did some
still
stuff.
to these days, you know,
Yeah.
it's like,
That was probably like the biggest one, but more often than not, it was somebody who didn't get a photo in the magazine, who would
So-
call and threaten.
you've been
Oh, it was-
threatened about not getting a photo then? Someone not
Oh.
getting a photo in the magazine?
A couple times a year back in the day.
Yikes.
But going to Hawaii was scary for a while.
I bet it was.
This is from California Mud Motors. Would you rather surf trip with Damian Hobgood and John Wayne Freeman, or snow trip with Chris Coté and Travis Rice?
Is that for me?
Yeah.
I like going on surf trips.
Okay. Yeah.
Not like I don't want to go anywhere with you, but like I'd rather go on like good surf trips these days.
Okay. That's fine. I get it. Matty Mobs wants to know, do you think that was actually Travis Rice ripping around in that Ford Bronco ad that aired during natural selection, or was it pre-rendered computer stuff?
Good question.
Travis has a personal chauffeur and probably doesn't drive himself. I think Travis drives himself.
Probably drives himself places.
Yeah, probably. Last question is more Roman scene reports.
Yeah.
Stat.
We need more of that.
That's from Scott Weiler. I fully agree. My son
Is Roman into it?
He's into it.
Does he ever ask you like, is it time for a scene report, Dad?
I just go, yo, you want to do a scene report? You go, yep. He did a great scene report on our California trifecta adventure.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
And they had a really good time?
Yeah, they loved it. They're probably the only kids in their school that have done the California
That's
trifecta.
awesome.
I told them, be proud of that.
So last week they had school vacation?
No, they took them out of school on Friday.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good for
And
you.
that's those were your questions. That's all your news. That's the circle jerk banter from Todd and I, as you like to call it.
Well, I believe the circle jerk banter happens the entire episode.
Oh, that already happened.
No,
Because
it's
I thought
just,
it was
it's just
doing
from
circle
beginning to
jerk news.
end.
Oh, it was interlaced.
Yeah, it's not just the nerd news. I was just claiming the nerd news is the best part of the show.
Oh, yeah, you're
Like
right.
this is circle jerk banter right now.
Perfect. Well, we're going to do some of our own circle jerk banter in private. So thank you for watching and listening. We appreciate it. We've got some big things happening here at Monday M.A.S.S, so just stay tuned. Don't leave us.
Yeah.
Don't leave us.
And this is going to be, you'll be able to view this in a visual format.
In theory. That's it.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next week. My